Shalom Yasharala. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson by giving all praises, honor and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this 100% truth. Double salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few Aquathium that be listening in today. I'm back at you with another lesson entitled "A Man Shall Be a Hiding Place from the Wind." Now, what's this wind talking about? The wind is talking about destruction, because we know that a time of great woes, tribulation, and destruction is coming upon the face of the earth. Okay? And there's going to be a remnant, a select few men that have the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, who, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will not only be able to defend themselves, but also to be a rock, a shield, or a place of protection for the hopeful elect ladies, or women, shall I say. Right? Because, you know, we're heading into a time where we believe that divine intervention is going to be taking place. Certain brothers are going to receive spiritual power. Angels are going to intervene on our behalf. You know, Lord willing, we be of that number, man. Okay, so these are the things that's getting ready to happen on the face of the earth, man. You know, Esau, Edom, he's showing us what he can do on the left-hand side. Well, you know, the Heavenly Father's about to lift up a standard against him, man. Okay? Through his men, through his elect, right? So without further ado, let's bring the precepts out, man. Let's start here in Ezekiel 7 and 5. And I bring this out quite a bit, I know. But then again, these are the times we're heading into, you know. Repetition is key, okay? And ultimately, you know, it needs to be consolidated within your mind, you know, so that when these times happen, you know and understand that this is prophecy, and this is of the Lord. All right. So Ezekiel 7 and 5, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, an evil and only evil, behold, is come." All right, bad times are coming, and that's all that's coming, man. Every day you open your eyes, you go in the news, wherever, man. The situation, the global situation of the world is just getting worse every single day. All right, every day we're one step closer to the MOTB being implemented. Okay, an evil and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come, right? The end of Esau Edom's age. The end of Esau Edom's rulership, who's the so-called white man. All right. It says in, what does it say? It says in 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." All right. Because right after this kingdom is destroyed, the kingdom of Israel, beginning with Yahweh Shai, is getting ready to be erected, man. Okay? That's what's on the rise right now. Okay? Starting with this word, this gospel, man. All right? Is bringing forth the kingdom of heaven. All right? How powerful is that? Just by us going out and doing the work, going on the highways and the byways, doing, you know, the sit-downs on the YouTube and the various streaming platforms, we are actually having our hand in bringing forth the kingdom of heaven, of course, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who has given us his spirit to be able to understand the scriptures, to teach it. Okay. Let's jump down to verse 25, and it reads, "Destruction cometh, they shall seek peace, and there shall be none." So you ain't gonna find no peace, man. Okay? Great hell is getting ready to befall the planet Earth. A great time of woe, suffering, judgment, calamities, tribulation, famine. Okay? All of these are sent as scourges for amendment, man. And still the people won't turn from their wickedness. That's me roughly quoting 2nd Ezra 16. Okay? Ezekiel 7:26. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumour shall be upon rumour. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancient. So yeah, man, you're going to try and run to your pastors, those you thought had the truth, and they ain't going to have the answers for you, man. Excuse me. Then you're going to remember how you bumped into the true prophets. Okay. But you know, you perceived them to be bums. They was wearing raggedy clothing or whatever, man. You just didn't really like what they had to say. Okay, but hey, man, Ezekiel 33:33 says, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. All right, so when these people are neck deep in calamities, you know, when all hope is lost, and you know, Esau Edom is doing his thing in full swing, they're gonna know that, well, actually there was men out there that prophesied of these times. Okay, that prophesied of these very things we're going through right now. And guess what? We didn't hearken, man. Let's quickly bring out Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8, and it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And we're coming in the same manner, man. You know, 1 Corinthians 14 says how the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. So those same ancient prophets from back then, some of them are walking amongst us right now, doing the exact same thing they did in their past lives, man. Preaching the downfall and destruction of this current wicked society. Okay? That's what's getting ready to happen, man. Okay? And whilst this is going on, you got mainly our people in La La Land. You know, Esau, he's kind of got the hint. He kind of knows what time it is. So, you know, you got your doomsday preppers, all right, prepping for the end days, for when SHTF, which means for when shit hits the fan. You know, you got your doomsday preppers, man. But what's Jake doing? Jake is, you know, can't get enough Jordans. You know, Jake is too worried about his swagger. You know, the next girl he's going to be seeing, right? Football, basketball, video games, FIFA, Call of Duty, whatever, man. Jake is through. Jake is just not with it, man. Jake is completely distracted. Has no idea what's going on, man. You know, Jake is exactly where Esau Edom wants them to be. All right, but you know, scriptures say how we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, and it says, and if it were possible, he would deceive the very elect. All right, but it's not possible for Esau to deceive the very elect, man. God damn. So lucky. I don't know if you just heard that car stall in the background. But anyways, man, let's go to the book of Matthew. You know, Lord willing, this be edifying, man. Alright, this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21, and it reads, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So you see, you need to understand, man, not only are we heading into some very bad times, we are actually heading into the worst time in history, man. Whilst you got 2/3 that are asleep, man. You know, fully engrossed in the darkness of this world, unrepenting. You know, they don't want to seek the truth. They don't want to hear the truth, man. All right, they don't want nothing to do with the truth. Anything Yahweh Shemi Shai, they say no. They say no. We ain't subscribing to that, man. Until it's too late for them, man. But it is where it is. Okay, it is where it is, man. For many are called, but few are chosen, right? verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Yeah, I mean, look how fast the recent years have been going, man. Especially since the pandemic. 2020, man. These past 3 years have been flying by, man. These past 3 years have been flying. Okay, and it's getting faster and faster, man, because the days are being shortened for the elect's sake, man. So this is how you know that the Lord has a remnant, indeed, a remnant that he cares about, man. All right, all the suffering and hell and calamity that's going on around the world is happening for the elect's sake, man, to bring forth the kingdom of heaven ultimately. All right, this is the love that the Lord has for his remnant. Okay, let's back this precept up with Daniel 12:1. It's only right. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. All right, Michael's a very great archangel in the heavens, man, and he's known for war. All right, that's his speciality. Reading on, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Yeah, so this time that's fastly approaching is, again, the worst time in human history, man. But you got Jake just having an Israelite party. Doing up barbecues and this, that, and the other. Not to say you can't do barbecues, like you can. Of course, there's a balance to it. But, I mean, that's solely their focus, man. It's just being in that mirth spirit, And until they become the barbecue, man, they get invited to the biggest cookout on earth, man, which is going to be ultimately the landmass of America being on fire, man, completely. That's the ultimate barbecue, right? Let's read it again. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Now, who are the ones that's going to be written in the book? The elect of the nation of Israel, man. All right, the 144,000 men, which are the prophets, followed by the great multitude, the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children who believed wholeheartedly in the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, Revelation 7 talks about that great multitude. Okay, so it's not just the 144,000. All right, just to clarify. All right, but the elect are written in the book of life, man, and the Lord is going to fight for his elect. It says in Wisdom of Solomon 3:9 that he hath care for his elect. Okay, and we're seeing that now, and in the time of Jacob's trouble, we're gonna see that even more, man. Okay, we just have to have faith. Hebrews 11, it is impossible to please him without faith, man. So we have to have that 144% faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that not only is he going to bring these things on the planet Earth, but he's also going to deliver us, Lord willing, we be of the elect. From there, let's go to Isaiah 33:6. Okay, in which it reads, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Yeah, man. So who are the ones that are going to have the wisdom and knowledge, man, so that they're able to be stable in these times? That's going to be the elect men. Okay, those that subscribe to the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, and this is why a man is going to be a hiding place from the wind, because whilst all death, destruction, woes is happening, you're going to have the elect men in a completely different spirit, man. Completely different spirit. Okay, there, let's bring out Job 5 real quick. This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. So now you got to ask yourself, what kind of spirit are you going to have to be in to be laughing at destruction and famine, man? You're seeing people dying in all sorts of heinous ways. You're seeing calamities and people going through all sorts of different hell, man. And you're going to be here laughing, man. What kind of spirit are you going to be in, man? But that's the spirit that the elect are going to be in, man. It says, at destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh, man. We ain't going to be feeling sorry for these people when the Lord comes and rains down his judgment, man. Because the word has been going out for long enough and the people don't want to hearken. So now they've made their bed pretty much, and now they got to lay in it, man. Okay. Proverbs 1 also talks about how the Lord is going to laugh at your calamity and mock when your fear cometh, man. And what's one of the ways the Lord is going to do that? He's going to be laughing through his men, through his prophets, who endured with all hardness, teaching this word and having the scoffers coming against them and things of that nature, man. Teaching in all different elements, so on and so forth, man. All right? We're going to be, Lord willing, of the elect. We're going to be laughing at the 2/3 of the nation of Israel that were unrepentant, and these heathens, man. Okay, let's go to Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 12, and it reads, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man more precious than the golden wedge of Ophir. Yeah, man. So the elect men are being prepared right now, being tried like that gold in the fire, man. Being tried like that gold in the fire up until perfection. And the Lord is gonna, use his elect men as part of his arsenal, man. His weaponry. Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, man. Okay. And I've been quoting that a lot recently, but let's just get it, man. For edification's sake, let's just go ahead and get it, man. Jeremiah 51. And this is verse 20, and it reads, Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. All right, and because the Lord is going to raise up his elect with that spiritual power, man. So they're going to have all sorts of, all kind of power to be able to bring this into fruition, man. The Lord is going to make his creature the weapon, man. His weapon. Okay. Let's further back this up. You can continue reading on in Jeremiah 51, but that pretty much hits the nail on the head. I ain't brought this out in a little while, actually. Let's get Isaiah 40 first. This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 28. And it reads, Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, the Lord Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. You can't understand the mind of the Lord, man. All you can possibly do is just submit to his will. Okay, which you do regardless anyway, man. Man's goings are of the Lord, right? Reading on, verse 29, he giveth power to the faint. And the Israelites, we're likened unto being faint right now, man. We ain't got no power in our hands. We got our enemies ruling over us. All right, we're in a dire situation right now, man. It would seem like all hope is lost, right? Okay. And to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. And that's what's getting ready to happen with the elect. Okay. He's going to bestow some of his men with spiritual power, and they're going to be able to defend themselves against Esau, Edom, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. All right. And all of that, is going to be to glorify his name, man. It's not going to be for our vain glory. It's going to be to glorify the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay. Verse 30, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. So we're going to be able to fly. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. We're going to have that Rachah Kodash on us, man. which when you go into the word spirit in the blue letter, of course the word is racha, it says, it has a few definitions, and one of them is a war-like energy. When Samson slew 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass, which is a donkey, he had the racha kodash on him, man, which imparted that war-like energy onto him, and the elect men are going to be in that same fashion. Okay, let's get another one. Isaiah 40, next door neighbor, and Isaiah 41 and verse 14, and it reads, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth." All right, having power, man. You know, like people liken the bullets onto teeth when they talk about guns. They're like, "Oh, has it got teeth?" Talking about the bullets. Well, hey, man, we're gonna have a whole new kind of teeth, man. You know, brothers are gonna be able to have like straight concentrated fire, laser beams coming out their eyes, and man, way more than we can even imagine, man. Way more than what you see in the Marvels films, man. So I ain't even gonna, you know, God damn, like we have no idea, man. You know, the amount of blessings that's gonna be bestowed upon us as Israelites, and you know, Lord willing, we're of the elect, man, because those blessings are gonna start with the elect first and foremost, and the 2/3 once they die on this side, and they're brought back in the kingdom via the loins of the elect. Okay. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, and you know, it's talking about governments, okay? But we're gonna beat these governments, man, as it's gonna say, "Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff." So the hills representing the smaller governments. You know, we're gonna have our hand in destroying our enemies, man. You know, Lord willing, we be of that number. Okay. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. You know, go into them chariots. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. Yeah, we're going to be glorying in the Holy One of Israel, man. All right, which is Yahweh Ba'Shmi Al-Shai. Okay, when we see that we're raised up with that spiritual power, you know, we're able to defend ourselves against our enemies. When we see that the Lord has lifted up that standard against our enemies, yeah, we're gonna be praising the Lord in that day, man. And also on the other hand, you women are gonna get in line, man. You women are gonna get in order, because you're gonna realize you're defenseless, you're powerless, and you need a man of the Lord to survive, man. So you stubborn ass Israelite women, you ain't gonna have a bone to pick in that day, man. I just think that. No. Listen, man, you either take heed. So whatever instruction your man or your husband is telling you, you know, your husband gives you, or you know, you get to step in, man. You know, you get to die a brutal death. But all of that, entitled bullshit, man. That's getting ready to come to an end. Okay. You either submit or you die. Okay, that's going to be the sentiment for you women in these last days, man. You submit to whatever man of the Lord has appointed you with, or you die. Simple as. And you don't just get to die. You die in some of the worst ways imaginable, man. A lot of, let's put it this way, a lot of men are going to have their way with women in these last days, man. And I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Let me bring out my final precept, which is in Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah 32 and verse 2, and it reads, "And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest," the violent storm, right? "As rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." So yeah, man, that elect man of the Lord is going to be your protection, man, as women. You know, that's going to be your ticket out of here, out of this, the calamities and the tribulations that's fastly approaching, man. By you know, being with a man of the Lord. Okay. Because otherwise, man, these men out here are gonna have their way with you, and hey, because the majority of the 2/3 are women. Because statistically speaking, there's more women out here than men. All right, so it would make sense that the majority of 2/3 would be you women, man. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to touch on that real quick, man. You know, I pray this lesson was edifying. And until the next time, I say shalom.